gotta do my promos real quick. There goes that post. But yeah, I figured out some extra stuff that I can do in Wreckfest, so I'm gonna be doing that. But first, I gotta do my promos. I'm hoping that I can earn something from this. They say I got 4,200 fame. Do I get any like cash or anything for this stuff? Like, or do it? It's just you just buy things with the fame. And that's actually a dope looking bus. That kind of reminds me of the bus. They call that a battle bus. That kind of reminds me of the bus that they had in Dawn of the Dead. For those that have seen that movie. Dang, it was a channel. It was a wrestling channel that I'm subscribed to. It looked like they show like an old wrestling video game. That's supposed to be Kane. I'm like, bruh, video games, they have updated throughout the years, because I'm like, there's just certain games out there where I'm like, man, you could tell, like, and back then you couldn't even, like, you didn't really wasn't paying attention to any of that stuff, like, not up until now, when graphics, like, they look so real, you can't really tell, like, whether or not it's a video game or not. But I got them promos out the way. I didn't post on the Facebook page because I'm like, I don't think enough people are following it. So I can't remember which ones I did, but I don't know, like, if I'm supposed to finish. I don't know if, like, if that's like the car that I'm getting, or I'm so confused by what to do in this game. Nothing makes any sense. I don't know whether or not I get a car or I'm making money, but I'm like, fam, they need to have it where it's just, they let you know what you're doing before you go out and do something. Because I'm like, or at least let me know the reward. They don't even tell you the reward, so I'm like, I'm guessing, maybe, I don't know, maybe that's the car that I'm driving. But this game, how it operates, it's like when you're racing in a car that's not yours, you end up winning it at the end. That's like most racing games. So I don't know what they got me doing. I'm just doing this tournament stuff and see if I'm going to make any money off of it. And if I don't, then oh well. See, I'm like, I'm confused. Beat the Tigers claim the highest trophy. I'm just out here just earning trophies. It's like nothing makes any sense. Dang. Dang. These cars is messing each other up. I'm glad they got me fully armored. Nope, don't even try it. Dang. This kind of looked like that one car from Grand Theft Auto. The, like, freaking muscle car tank that they got in there. I think you can get that car for free. And I'm gonna hit the wall. I don't know why he like act like he can't brake. Like all the other cars can brake, but he can't. It's like in a certain placing. Like if I'm in first place, he can brake perfectly fine. If I'm like in what place am I? Fourth? Yeah, the brakes just don't work for some reason. There's certain games out there. They have like their flaws. I wouldn't say that this game is as worse as other games, but I'm like, this game it does have its flaws. I was playing this earlier. It's crazy. It's like I had to listen to heavy metal music in order to beat this level. Not this level I'm playing now, but it was another level. But still, I'm like, fam, why I gotta listen to heavy metal music just to play a game properly? It's a 2-lap race. So I passed up all the other cars. Now I can pass this last car up. They moving though. I'll tell you that much. Oh no, they about to lose control. That car is all messed up. Mine ain't like really that bad looking, but theirs, it's like they've been through some stuff. Maniac Butcher, it's like, fam, you need to see. Look at that. Why is it my brakes? They brake perfectly. My brakes, they don't work. See, now watch. Now the brakes is gonna work. See that? I came across that same turn and slammed all into that wall. I pressed the brakes. I felt like at a later time at that. Yeah, it's like first place you get advantages. Cars work perfectly, properly. Don't make any sense, bruh. Don't even try it. I made it in first place. I am not losing this place. Bro, I swear, man. Nah. That ain't happening. I'll quit this game before I let that happen. Wait till the last minute, then they pass me up. I hate games that do that. I'm playing that on this game one last time. If it does that, then I'm done. I ain't got no desires on playing this game. I can't buy any cars. It's because for some reason it's like certain cars only work for certain levels. So I'm like, nope, I ain't going through this. I did everything I need to do in this game. It's time to move on and play something else. It's like I get tired of stuff like that. It's like, man, just let me play the game. It's like, I don't like the fact that you have to go back and play other levels, like to just unlock a certain car, not to unlock a certain car, but to earn money to buy a car. I'm like, fam, just have it where if I'm playing the level, just all that stuff is already set up. Like, if I gotta do all these other extra things just to play, I'm like, fam, that makes a person not want to play the game. I'm like, man, I get tired of that last minute cheating stuff. That's why I didn't like playing that one game, Forza Motorsports 3, because they were forever doing that crap in there. Constantly be winning laps left and right, then it gets to that last lap, and then they want to have it where a car passes you up. I'm like, I'm not with that. Nope, it ain't happening. He's not passing me up. I'll knock all these cars off the road before I let that stuff happen again. You serious? Like, nah, these cars is tripping. I would, man. Like, I'm in a mindset where I'm like, look, I ain't got nothing to lose. I'll blow up all these cars before I lose this race. So, cross me if you want to. Like, right now in chat, somebody had left some weird comment, but I guess it's just one of those streams where nobody ain't gonna talk until the last hour. Somebody then said hi, hello, something. Ain't happening, though. Stay behind me, just like how you did his past 2 laps. What do you win though? Like, you get XP, that's it. Like, do I win the car? Do I win, like, what do I win? They just give you a gold trophy and say that you got 2,000 fame. And what do you? And then you have to, and like the cards in here, it's like $70-some thousand. So I gotta constantly keep playing these things just to earn something from it. I'm like, what does that? I swear, man. It's just certain games out there that exist. I'm like, fam, wait a second. See, but they don't let you know, like, what kind of car you getting yourself into. Like, they don't really tell you what kind of car that is. And I really hate to buy this car. You know what? Let's just buy it. Do they not? Bro, tell me I did not just waste my money on a car that is like you can't even use it. Bro, I'm so confused by... It's not any of them cars. Why do they have you where you buy a car and the car ain't gonna be like... What? I'm confused by that. I'm very confused by that. So is it only a tournament car? I mean... Oh, man. They really don't let you know, like, what happens when you... Like, I don't know if, like, if I'm... Do I get these things afterwards? I mean... Yeah, I'm like, I ain't got the mental state to play this game right now. I'm sorry. I'm like, I can't do it. Nothing makes any sense. You try to figure out things, and so I guess I'm just gonna play MLB The Show, because that's just too much for my brain. It's funny, though, how in this, like... this is what I wanted to show y'all. Like, I'm playing this on Xbox, but they let you know that this game was made in, like, the PlayStation Studio. That's, like, at least, like, my question. It's, like, how did that work? You know, where you guys, have, like, that. I feel like, I don't know, Microsoft, it was, like, this game or Sony was like, yo, this game's coming out on Xbox. Like, we gotta let everybody know where it originated from, so...
Everyone, this is Heidi Watney. Welcome to the show.
So yeah, let's continue my weird career in this game. No games today make any sense. Like, I remember back then, you just play a game and just play it. Like, nowadays, it's just, it requires too much. John Kent from your representation team here at 989 Sports Management. How are you feeling about the idea of going for it as a two-way player? Yeah, sure. What balance play you prefer? Want to pitch in the starting rotation and then hit field between appearances on the hill. Yeah, I'd do that. They just have it where I, like, keep constantly playing the same team, like, getting on the right between appearance and show. Yeah, sure. Thanks, coach. Yeah, I can see this is going to probably be an hour stream, because, I don't know, these streams are, it's like, starts off and it's just, man... Like, ain't nothing, like, nobody.
On the air on the show. Today, the opener of this three-game set between the Springfield Cardinals and the Arkansas Travelers.
Oh, we are playing a different team. Okay. Finally. No, this is the same team I played before. It's like only having me going up against two teams.
So to get his day started at the plate, Preacher Moss comes in hitting just a hair below 300 this season. Here's the first pitch to him. In the air to center.
Bro, they better not catch that.
Pascal is under it, and he makes
I swear,
the catch
man.
for out number 3. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. 1 inning in the books here. Springfield's out in front. 3
It's like they don't have it where it's like they don't get like blinded by the sun or some crap, and it's like, fam, come on now.
Trying to get it going at the plate. It's been tough sledding for him so far this year.
For me, this is...
Wait, I did not turn off. I swear, it's like, you know, they don't even have it where it's like the things is turned off.
Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway.
Why did he stop?
But that'll stay in
Nah. Nope. I'm not playing a game where it's like all of a sudden out of nowhere your player just stops running and it's like, fam, nah, I can't play that. So I can't play that. I'm gonna delete this game too because that game's being weird. So every game's getting deleted because games just don't want to play right. I don't understand like what baseball game is gonna have it where it's set up like that, where it's like as soon as you're running and it's like, you know, you're that close to like getting ready to like go for the ball and stuff, and then they decide that, oh, we're just gonna have it where your character stops running. I'm like, no, don't do stuff like that. Like, man, I don't know why it's like certain games they just want to have it where like 100 million tutorials pop up and you don't even get to enjoy yourself playing the game. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm like, man, that is annoying. It's like, imagine playing your favorite game and then constantly things is popping up and you can't even play it. Play Forza. It's like, this game start acting weird, delete this game too. Hey, what's up, Nikki Gamer? Hold on for a second. There we go. Just in case some stuff pop up. I can redo that. Not bad, homie. Cool, cool. Yeah, I'm just out here cycling through games, see which game I'm gonna play a lot of. Deleted Breakfast and MLB The Show. Why is it? Yeah, this game might end up being on the list because I just ain't really got the tolerance for games right now, and it's like I just get really sick and tired of games just being weird for no reason. It's like MLB The Show want to have like 100 million like tutorial things pop up, and you don't really get to enjoy the game. And then Breakfast, it's like, oh yeah, let's have it where he buys cars and he can't use any of them, and that's the cars that they want me to use. So yeah, I'm like, I can't do that no more with games. My sub expired, by the way. Yeah, there was quite a few subscription things that expired. I'm not tripping about it. Like, things gotta expire at some point in time. I was people that it was gifted. Yeah. Yeah, it was like, there's times that like gifted subs they have like I've been a part of where it's like expired, and there's been times I've subscribed to others and it's expired, so so it trips me out. It's like to know like 100 gifted subs cost like ain't no way possible. I think I could give like maybe 5 subs max. That's it. But I don't think I never gift 100 subs. $500 for 100 gifted subs? Nah, I'm good. I'll do that when I'm like making the same amount of money as like Mr. Beast or freaking some big content creator out there. But shout out to the big content creators that be doing that stuff. Like smaller content creators be appreciating it. Mr. Beast is just a big show off. I hate him. Well, how is he a show off? I mean, it's like, I see it as this. Like, you know, he followed his streams. He just gained a lot of fame from it. I wouldn't necessarily say he's a show off. I feel like a lot of people look up to that guy and aim to be in the same position as him one day. You know, following dreams and passions is gonna have like a big payout at the end of it. So I remember I watched one of his videos one time. I never really sat down and was watching his videos, but I remember I seen one where he was like, he was just going into people's streams that had like no viewers and was giving them like $5,000 and crap. I'm like, man, it's stuff like that where it's like, you know, it inspires a lot of people. A lot of people will see that, and you know, that inspired me. I was like, dang, I would love to be in a position like that. I know how it is to be. I'm a small content creator now, so I'm saying I wouldn't be mad if he joined my stream and gave me $5,000. That'd be the dopest thing ever. And then on top of that, it's like, then you think about it, he makes a video of it. So on top of him doing that, then he's shouting you out. And then he's most likely going to talk about something that you're doing, like, he be helping out people. I wouldn't necessarily say he's a show-off. Just probably content creators making more money than him, and then it's like they could care less for a small content creator. How many races? I don't want to do like 100 of the same races. He made a tweet saying he won't stop making videos until the day he dies. That's most likely going to... I feel like that's like that with a lot of content creators. That's the same... pretty much my same logic behind it. I'm not going to stop either until... Until I probably... The only way that I would stop is if I find something, like, much more bigger to do. So, like, if I, like, let's say if I got into, like, acting or something, that would probably be the only reason why I would, I guess, and even then, I wouldn't even stop. Like, I probably would just slow down. But, overall, like, yeah, I don't really see myself, stopping with what I want to do in life. I don't think anybody should think along those lines, like, oh, when I get to a certain age, like, no, I'm like, my thing is that, because I feel like the reason why a lot of people would stop is because they feel like that they're getting to an age, and then they're going to be people surrounding them talking about, oh, you still doing YouTube, you still doing streaming or whatever. I'm like, yes. I've seen it where there's been, like, freaking, like, old men up on here streaming. It's like, if that's your passion, if that's what you want to do, don't stop because somebody's saying, like, oh, you too old for it. People are too old for a lot of things. It's like Betty White, like, look at her. That woman's, like, almost 100 years old. And she still be doing movies and TV shows like she's in her 20s. Is this a multiplayer thing? Hey, yo, I thought this was like a story. Oh, yeah, the story. I was about to say, I thought this is a a story-based game. What was I playing before? I forgot how to play this game.
That call sounds desperate. Can anyone make out what he's saying? They're working on it. Okay, Echo Squadron, on me. This is Echo Lakbar to Echo Squadron. Echo Leader here.
Yeah, I sure forgot how to play this game. I am gonna... Nope. 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 Freaking... There's like never a good game to play. Like, you think you have all these games, find something, it's just nothing. It's like, then the other games, it's like I want to make videos on them and stuff. And then there's some games that don't want to work properly. And I'm like, dang, what game is this? Or the last game was Star Wars Squadrons, but I forgot how to play the game, so I'm not even going to... I ain't going to go through all of that, trying to figure that game out. Guess I'll just play Call of Duty. There's like a 20 gigabyte update came out with this game, so I'm hoping something's playable. I want to know if I can, like, still, because they're going to probably have it. I can't even play Warzone because I deleted Modern Warfare. I deleted that game. I don't have GTA 4. I only have San Andreas and 5. I wish I had GTA 4. I want to play that one, the one thing that they had in there. Thank you for the bit. But I wanted to play that one story that they had, the Ballad of Tony, or the Ballad of Gay Tony. Thought I saw GTA 4. No, I only have GTA 5 and GTA San Andreas. 5, San Andreas. Technically, San Andreas would be 4 if you think about it. This is 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, no, I take that back. They did come out with some other Grand Theft Auto, so never mind. But no, it was GTA 1, 2, 3. San Andreas. So yeah, so no, I'll take that back. San Andreas would technically be the 4th edition, so. But now we all know the GTA 4. GTA 4 though was good. That was a good game. I played that game so many different times. How long does it take to check files? It shouldn't take that long to check no files. Man, I get games talking about, oh yeah, load is so much more faster in on the Xbox Series X, and it takes that long to check files. Dang. I think this is just gonna be the stream, me finding a game to play. That's what I'm gonna title this stream. It's like myself trying to find a game to play. Because every game either doesn't work or it's just broken. Like, how long it take to check files? Check the files, okay, move on, so I can play. I ain't buy a game to watch the thing just say check files. Hey, what's up, Wholesome89? It's going pretty good. I'm just trying to find a game to play. Call of Duty want to take forever to load up, so I'm like probably going to end up playing this game for long. Hey, thank you, Nathan, for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Does it really take that long to check files? Like, really? I mean, dang. That don't make any sense, bro. I'm like, it don't take that long to check files for no game. So I was watching your video on EDP, and man, I'm super sad. And we're gonna bring that talking here, but I just like, well, no, it's yeah, I'm finding another game to play. It's taking too long, but yeah, I was I couldn't have his content on my channel. I'm like I couldn't do that to people because I'm like you know, I feel like that there's people out there that look up to me, and I just feel like that wouldn't be a good look if I, you know, this man got caught up doing what he was doing, and I'm out here still like having his videos like being promoted on my channel and stuff. So I couldn't do that to everybody. Nah, bro, it's just COD. Oh, okay, cool. I thought it was me. I was like, I don't understand. Like, Call of Duty, yeah, Black Ops Cold War, that game ain't right. Much respect for doing so. Yeah, I'm like, and man, I'm telling you, it was one of those things where I was like, dang, like, how am I gonna, like, you know, how is that? Because, so I found out the night before, so I slept on it on what I was gonna do, and then as soon as I woke up, I was like, I know eventually I'm gonna have to delete those videos. I didn't realize I was going to delete them as soon as I did, but yeah, I was like, I know eventually I am going to have to delete those videos. So when, yeah, as soon as I think I had went out for a walk and came back and deleted them because I was like, I can't have that content on my channel. So yeah, he messed up. It's like, you can't be doing that to people. It's like, talk to people your age, period. You talking to people that's like 13 or whatever, and it's like, how do you think that's gonna come off? Like, you, however old he is, talking to a 13-year-old, like, thought he had a girlfriend too. And if he had a girlfriend, bro, that is sad. That is sad. I'll tell you this right now. It's like, if you got somebody in your life that you care about, hold on to them. Don't do no dumb stuff to put that, you know, in jeopardy and things. Because it's like, there's people out here that love to be in a position like him. You have like a dope, you know, you have one of the biggest channels in the world. You're one of the biggest content creators in the world. Because it's like, you've been shared with a bunch of different memes, and you got a good person that, like, on the side of you. And it wasn't like, you know, they were using him for the wrong reasons. They wasn't using him at all. So it's like, fam, you put yourself in that position where you got caught up talking to a 13-year-old and you're in a relationship. Like, fam, yeah, you messed up on that. This game forever start me off taking a shower. It's so weird. But yeah, I'm like, that don't make any sense. It's like, it's sad. It's really sad. People carry on like that. You know, it's just, it's messed up. It's like, you know, people use like bigger, not all bigger YouTubers, but there's just certain like YouTubers out there that will use their fans for their advantage. Do you know CJ So Cool? Yeah, I know CJ So Cool. His fun fact actually about him, he shouted me out like years ago, like back in 2015. He was live streaming back at, like, it was like his old house, like a house he used to live at back then. He shouted me out, and I was all like, hey, yo, that was like one of the dopest things. I feel like it's been forever since you've been on GTA. I jumped into it from time to time. Like, I didn't really play like a whole lot of it, though. CJ So Cool. Damn, I'm trying to like read your guys'. See, this is what happens when you like try to read text messages and drive. You're gonna crash. But CJ, so yeah, I know who CJ So Cool. I remember he was doing reaction videos back then. It's actually funny about CJ So Cool. I remember it was because of a prank he did. I got into it with some of his haters. Thankfully, it's virtual. You're looking at comments and crap. I know, right? It's funny, though, when there be, like, Twitch streamers, they be doing, freaking like, they be playing, there's this one game, I think it's, like, called Beam and G or something like that. It's just, like, it's a, it's not, like, well, not a racing game. I guess it would be considered old, but I was looking directly at that car and still crashed, but anyways, no, that's a pretty dope racing game. Well, it ain't really racing. It's like a car simulation thing. But I think you can race in there. By the way, just want to say I found your channel because you reacted to McNasty and the rest of the goons. A lot of people did. A lot of people did. I'm like, last year when I started reacting to those guys, been loving it ever since. Yeah, last year when I reacted to those guys, I wasn't expecting my channel to blow up like it did. I think that's honestly the craziest thing to happen to me. Like, I felt like my channel blew up a lot last year. Like, I had to say 2020, like, even though 2020 was a crazy year for me and YouTube, it was probably the best year I've ever had with YouTube. Like, I've never, I mean, I've had, like, some good years, but not like that. I stay always getting some stuff. $30,000. I don't know. Maybe I should be a little bit more grateful for what I get in this game. There's people that play this game and they are broke, so. But yeah, McNasty and those guys, it's just crazy to think like how much my channel blew up. Like, I honestly, I remember, I remember the day when I reacted to to his videos, too. I think I remember I reacted to, he was either, like, 1 or 2 of his videos, was cracking up, realized and that was the thing, like, I had seen his videos, I seen him and, like, the rest of the goons' videos so many times, like, on TikTok, and it constantly always had me, like, laughing at things, and so I wasn't really expecting the channel, I wasn't really expecting to come across this channel and then to, like, blow up from it and stuff, so. That's the thing, though. I'm like, I'm always going to make sure that I give those guys, like, especially, like, for last year, I'm always going to make sure I give them credit for, you know, helping my channel grow last year. Because I'm like, I seen where people, they make it seem like that they did all of it on their own. I'm like, yeah, I did take the time to record the videos and post it and all that stuff, but yeah, I'm like, I can't be like, oh yeah, I did all this by myself. I did with no help. Like, nah, McNasty and those guys, they helped my channel blow up. So, bro, it's because you could take a joke, you know, what having fun is. You didn't take offense, which is, yeah, that's like, yeah. That's why, like, a lot of people, I'm like, yeah, I just, you know, which lead me listening to your fire music. Fam, I'm like, I think eventually at some point in time, because I don't feel like that was even, like, my final form with music. I know I can, like, because that's what I eventually want to do. I want to, like, well, the dream is with making music, I want to build a studio. I want to build a studio and then just really get heavily into, like, music production. Come up with a new sound, do something crazy. But yeah, I've been kind of slowing down with music this year. I haven't really been working because I released 3 albums last year, so I'm like, I'm chilling. I am chilling when it comes to music. I'm focused. Plus, I, you know, picked up Twitch streaming this year, so. But yeah, I'm like, I can't do that for a long period of time. I mean, I can, but. But yeah, like last year was probably the best year for me in YouTube. I don't know if it's true or not, but they said that the guy that had exposed EDP for the talking to a 13-year-old, I heard that he's racist. Is that true or not? Or am I just hearing and seeing things? Somebody had, like, sent me a thing of it this morning, and then, or maybe it was last night, I don't know, but. What? How is this the map things? When you get in the face cam? I eventually, at some point in time, will add a face cam. It's not, like, my main priority right now when it comes to Twitch streaming, but. Where do you leave suggestions for future videos? Just YouTube comments, I ask. Because I feel like YouTube comments get swarmed and so maybe Twitter is better or something. That's what I was actually going to do. I was going to work on a video, just overall asking people, like, what do you want me to react to? Where do they want me to go? This map is so confusing. Oh, looks like Grand Theft Auto is broken. I have to delete this game, too. Oh, it's over here. Oh, okay. Well, why did they not just say that? Like, they have it where I'm driving back and forth trying to figure this stuff out. I have no clue, but I was actually about to watch his video, but it's about an hour long on EDP exposing, but I watched this instead. Much more rather catch you live than the video. It's just gonna be on. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna react to the video or not, but overall, I'm like, I feel like I don't really need to, because I mean, you already know what you already know what happens, so. Yeah, I don't really, if it's an hour, I thought that video was going to probably be like 13, 15 minutes long. I'm like, I ain't reacting to no hour-long video. I've done that before. That's just too much sitting around just, you know. Like, plus, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm good. So they tell you to get in the Doom buggy. All I just got to do is just get out, get right back in my armored car, and follow the helicopter. Which is where? Oh, here we go. But yeah, I'm like, that's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not. I know you don't even realize it, but some of the ribs hurt laughing. Should definitely do more story time in your past. So, oh yeah, bro, I got some stories, man. You asked me about something, I got a story for it. I feel like I'm one of those people where it's like stuff just be happening to them for no reason. Like, give me a just give me something. Just, I don't care if it's like an animal. I don't care if it's a store or whatever. I got a story for pretty much everything, because my life has been one of those lives where it's like it can be like a TV show or something. Bruh, what? Dang. Yeah, I'm like, I need to work on some more story times. I just need to honestly just go back, just try to like dig deep in my archive of stories and come out with some more. Any vomiting experience? Where do you close call or someone around you see some bizarre? It's funny that you mentioned that. I don't know if I ever did a story time on that. I might end up doing a story time on that, but it's funny that you mentioned that, any vomiting experience. So there was a time when I was in school. Where did that helicopter go? I'm sure I lost that helicopter. Oh no, I see, never mind. But no, there was a time when I was in elementary, and so I don't know what, I used to get sick a lot when I was a kid. And it would just hit me at random times. Like, I just had, like, some, like, really violent, like, throwing up, vomiting type stuff going on with me. And so, I remember it was, like, because, so, at, like, how our school was set up, so, there's a daycare, like, I guess, like, if you got dropped off pretty early, then there's this daycare that you can chill at. So, I chilled there, and then school started, so then we all had to just pretty much, like, go outside and just wait for the, I think it was, like, the second bell to ring. So the second bell rings, I'm in line, like, waiting to go to my classroom, because they have it where, like, all the kids gotta, like, stand in these, like, lines to wait for their teachers to call them and stuff, which was weird, because I'm like, why can we not just walk to the classroom? Like, you got us out here waiting in, like, cold weather. You lucky we kids, because I'm like, we've been if I've been a grown adult doing that, I'm like, fam, I'm not waiting out in this, outside. I'm like, I'm going inside, so... But anyway, so I remember, I think I told my cousin, just pulled up Mark 12. I know, I'm like, I don't care about nobody in this game. But anyways, so I think I told my cousin, or I told somebody, I was all like, dang man, my stomach don't feel right. Like, for real, as kids, we have no say so. I know, right? So I'm like, I'm like, fam, this if that happened like in high school, I'm like, I ain't waiting outside. I walk right in that classroom and say, hey, I'm here. So I'm like, what? I'm like, you're gonna send me to detention for going to class? Like, okay, yeah, good luck with that. But anyways, so I can't remember if it was a friend of mine or my cousin, but I told somebody, I was like, man, my stomach don't feel right. And so I was just like, dang, it feels like I gotta throw up or something. And so I remember whoever it was, they just did not care for my life. And they was just like, well, do it. I'm like, you don't tell a person to throw up. And it's like, plus you can't. You can't just like throw up on command like that unless you got some issues going on with you. So anyways, fast forward, we're in class. And we're all like sitting around and stuff. So we're all like just sitting there, teachers talking. And I think she got up to do something. I don't know what had happened. And I'm like, and it just, honestly, it all threw me off. But I'm sitting there, right? Minding my own business. Out of nowhere, just started throwing up. I was like, bruh, what is happening? My thing was is that I never had threw up in class before. Never in my life. Like, that was like the first and last time I ever threw up in class. But what was really messed up was that there was this girl sitting right next to me and caught the majority of it. Vomit all on her pants. She got up, ran off crying. I'm sitting there like, a part of me is feeling bad, but then another part of me is like, something ain't right. I'm like, something was not right that day. That was probably like, I had to say that was like my most like violent, like vomiting. Yeah, bro, that was like probably like my most violent vomiting like story ever. And then what was really dumb, no, it doesn't even end there. It doesn't even end there, wholesome. So I'm in the nurse's office, poor girl. I know, right? I think I apologized to her when I was like 13, 14 years old. I was like, that happened when I was like maybe like 7 or 8. So yeah, I was like, I should have apologized right then and there. But I'm like, nah, I'm sick. I'm too sick for apologizing right now. But no, it doesn't even end there, wholesome. So I'm in the nurse's office. And I'm in the bathroom just pretty much just puking. Just straight up just non-stop vomiting. It was like some Family Guy type stuff. Like when they... Hey, what's up, Stokes? It was like some like Family Guy type vomiting. The nurse comes in there talking about, are you okay? As you can actively hear me, I've been in school all week. Dang, they starting to open... Yeah, I know. I think I did see somewhere they're starting to open up schools. But anyway, so I'm in the nurse's office or in the bathroom just vomiting. Nurse is talking about, Tyler, are you okay? Tyler, is everything okay? Tyler, are you answering? You're not answering me. As I'm like just nonstop vomiting. And I'm like, how am I supposed to answer you when there's liquids, unwanted liquids coming from me? I'm like, you can't talk if you're vomiting. I don't think she understood that. But anyways, so I remember I snapped on her. I said, I'm vomiting. Like, I can't talk to you right now. And then she ended up leaving. I'm like, what did you expect me to say? Like, stop vomiting? Be like, oh yeah, I'm fine. Just having a moment. I was like, yeah, that school was weird, bro. That would tee me off. Yeah, that lady, I don't know. That school was weird. I feel like, yeah, as you should have. Yeah. Yeah, that lady, I was like, I don't know what was up with her. I'm like, I don't know how you, like, what you're going to expect, like, when somebody's vomiting, like, person's vomiting, they can't really talk. But, yeah, I remember that whole day. I was like, I can't remember what happened when I got home. But, yeah, I just remember I was so sick. And I was like, I think my mom came pick me up. And, yeah, I was like, but that was like the first and last time that ever happened. I'm like, I've never had like a violence, vomiting moment like that ever. There was a time though when I did get drunk. That was like the last time I threw up was when I had got drunk. I think it was a few years back. There's a latency between the stream, by the way. Just be aware. At least wait, what do you mean I'm new to this streaming stuff, so I don't know it like a delay? Is that what you're saying? Happened to some girl in middle school. Dang, that's messed up. right? Oh, it's a delay. Oh, I think that's how it is for most streamers. Like, yeah. I don't know. I ain't got no control over that. If there's like a way of I'm still new to this streaming stuff, and I'm still slowly figuring things out. So, but no, I remember that. I remember there was a time though where this girl, she was in. She tried to like hide it though. She covered her mouth, acting like we was gonna see it all on the like floor and things. I'm like, dang. I'm like, you know, at least you were sitting at a table by yourself, like. I was sitting right next to a kid and did that stuff. So I'm like, yeah, you the lucky one. I remember this one kid though. I remember they said he had like a weird like nut allergy. Most streamers put on a delay because of stream snipers. Oh really? I didn't know that. I'm on the same boat. It's cool. Just wanted to make sure you knew. Oh, okay. Cover up is even worse. I know, right? She really tried like covering it up, just own it. I know. It wasn't even like I can like be like, no, I don't know what y'all talking about. I didn't throw up. What you talking about? That girl's hallucinating. I couldn't say that. I couldn't do that. Like, I was caught in 4K throwing up on that girl. So she accepted my apology too. That was the dope thing about it. But it was like we fallen out of contact at some point in time. I know that this, like, as soon as I get out my car, this person gonna start shooting at me, so. Just to solve my problems. But yeah, I'm like, and then, but no, there's the one kid, he had like this weird nut allergy, where it was like his throat wouldn't like swell up. Well, I think it did. I remember there was one time he did say he was having breathing issues. But there was a time, though, where we were all, like, eating ice cream. And he decides that, oh, I'm going to put some, like, nuts on the ice cream and stuff. So we're like, I think it was his sister that told him, like, hey, you shouldn't eat that. Like, remember, you got an allergy to it. And he's all like, nah, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. I remember we came back from recess. This dude, he was sitting, there's like this like bunk bed type thing that they had at the daycare. This dude is sitting in it just throwing up. Like, and I'm like, now, back then, I was asking him, like, asking if he was okay. If some stuff like that would have happened now, I just looked at him and been like, you had warnings, and you didn't listen, so therefore, it's like, now you gotta suffer. Like, this is what happens when you have a nut allergy, and you try eating some nuts on some ice cream. It ain't gonna slide. Maybe it was the ice cream that caused him to throw up. I don't know. I'm like, that dude was probably had a nut allergy and was lactose intolerant. That dude was like, he was on a mission that day.
Thank you, my boy. Thank you. I am honored to call you my son.
I'm like trying to like read your guys' messages and stuff. I'm gonna play Forza after this, because I'm like, I will be able to like pause the game and then, you know, read your guys' messages and stuff. But yeah, that school though that I went to in West Seattle, I feel like I ain't learned nothing from that school. I feel like that's why I struggled so much in school in my later years. Luckily, I don't think I'm allergic to anything. Are you? How do you know or find out? Guess it's too late, right? I'm like, I wouldn't even know. And Stokes, I'm playing this on Xbox. But yeah, I'm like, I wouldn't even know how that would like, cause I'm like, I've eaten so many different things, and I've never discovered if I was allergic to anything. So that's, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't think I am. I hope and pray to God that I'm not allergic to anything. So, actually, no, there was a time, though, I think I did get, like, a skin rash, because I remember I did use this soap. And I was like, I remember I used some soap, and I was like, after that, I never used that soap again, and I never had that skin rash again, so. Changed it. I forgot to change the name. But yeah, I'm like, it's weird, that allergy stuff, how it works. Because it's like, you just be chilling. And then I was reading this one story where this girl, they said that she had like, she was like a model and an actor. And she ate, she had like a pretzel that had like some peanut butter in it. and they said she had like such a bad reaction to it, and then she didn't get like medical attention like right then and there. And so like she's pretty much been like in a like somewhat like I wouldn't say like in a vegetable state, but she's been in a state to where she can only like move her eyes and like minor parts of her face. And I'm like, man, that's messed up. And I think they said that I think they said she's been like that since 2013. I think there's a test you could do to find out what you're allergic to, but I'm not really sure on that. I just have a vague memory of that information. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know if I'm allergic. I hope I'm not allergic to anything. So, I mean, but I'm 24 years old. So I'm like, if I was allergic to something, I feel like I had figured that out at a very young age. Like anything that I'm not eating or drinking now, like I plan to keep it that way. So I don't have to find out later on if I have an allergic reaction to something. So. But yeah, I'm like, I think so too. Yeah, I'm like, fam, I just know. I'm like, there be times where people, because I had to say this much, I am a picky eater, so I'm gonna be eating a whole lot of different things. Like, just my go-to stuff that I eat, like, I ate so many, like, chicken strips, so I know I'm allergic to chicken. So I'm like, what else? I drink the crap ton of Red Bull. I know I'm not allergic to Red Bull. It'd be messed up though to be like lactose intolerant. It's like, fam, there's a lot of good products out there. Like that mean you mean to tell me I can't have a bowl of cereal? Dang, that's messed up. I can't drink a glass of milk. People be tripping off of that. They be tripping off of the fact that I can drink a glass of milk straight. I'm like, fam, there ain't nothing wrong with it. It's milk. But people trip off of that. I was like, I remember I did that back at my old job. Like, if I was just like, I don't know, like, I would get water, but then there'd be times I'm like, hey, I just need something with some flavor. Y'all got milk. So, when I was 7, I had an allergic reaction to a type of flour, but I don't remember what flour, so I don't mess with any flours now. Yeah, I'm like, that'd be me. It trips me out. There be people, they be like saying that I'm allergic to grass. I'm allergic to the sun. But I know that's an actual thing, though, because it's like if you are allergic, like, you can't be out in the sun because you get, like, a bad rash or something. I know people that, like, that didn't happen to them. I'm like, dang, that's messed up. Like, with me, I'm like, only parts of my body just be getting tanned when I'm out in the sun. Because I be wearing shirts and stuff, so. If I was lactose intolerant, I don't think I can enjoy life, to be honest. I love straight milk too, and many other dairy products. Exactly. Facts. Like, I'm like, bruh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't survive like that. I'm like, man, I've been like, I asked the doctor, I'm like, is there a way I can, like, you know, avoid this? Because the one thing I know for sure is that I'm allergic to grass. Dang, that's messed up. Like, and it trips me out that be happening to people, because I'm like, man, when I was a kid, I was forever, like, army crawling through grass. I was running through grass, falling on grass. Like, grass was my life as a kid. I sound like a legitimate pothead saying that. But, nah, like, grass. Like, going to a park and, you know, you there with friends or something. But, yeah, I'm like, man, yeah, I was like, my whole life. I was like, I've always been. Then it's just, like, people out there, it's like, they're like, oh, I can't go outside and play. I'm allergic to grass. I'm like, fam, you got a front and a backyard. So what do? You just jump over that stuff? Like, I did the same thing. That's how I found out I was allergic. Dang, that's messed up. That's kind of like when Macaulay Culkin in that movie he played in My Girl, and he talked about he was allergic to everything. I'm like, man, I don't know. I couldn't survive like that. I've been like, nah, we're gonna have to come up with something. And no one said there's anything wrong with potheads. No, I'm just saying, though, like, that's how I sound. I'm like, you know, but I, like, at a kid age, like, you know, as an adult, like, yeah, do what you want to do. But as a kid, yeah, you shouldn't be calling yourself a pothead as a kid. Dude, grass was life, though. I know, right? Like, there be times I be thinking back on my childhood, and I'm like, dang, I wouldn't mind going back to the park and just running around, playing tag, pushing kids over. Okay, maybe not pushing kids over, but just overall, like, you know, just out there just living life. So, Either wear long sock pants or just don't go in the grass. Dang, yeah, that's crazy. I remember I think there was a kid that I went to school with that they said that they was allergic to grass. Because I think we had asked them, like, did they want to play, like, kickball or play something. He was like, he said they will have to, like, do it out on, like, the concrete ground. Because he can't go in the grass because he's allergic. I'm like, fam. At the time being, I'm like, bro, who's allergic to grass? Like, I said it like it was like a made-up thing. But as I got older, I'm like, hey, yo, so people be out here really allergic to this stuff. I played in it and was always down there. But now as an adult, it's too far for me. I get lazy to get down anymore. I'm like, 22, my back hurt. Exactly. Yeah, I played kickball on concrete. Yeah. That was something we had to do at my school. You had to play kickball at your school? We played that stuff for fun. Kickball was fun, though. I'm like, hey, yo, if that was an actual competitive sport, that would have been the sport I had played. I've been playing me some kickball. Kickball, I was forever, like, playing that game. I remember I think I played it, like, one last year at my elementary school, and after that, it was, like, no for fun, but I had to play. Oh, okay. I was about to say, I was like, dang, what kind of classes did you have at your school? But yeah, I'm like, but yeah, we always played on concrete because it was much more better that way. Plus, if it was like raining and things, we ain't trying to be slipping and falling and stuff. I ain't winning this race, so I ain't gonna. I honestly don't even know like what game to play. Like, ain't no games working and stuff. I try to play a game one, mess up and act weird and things, so they wouldn't let us play in the grass because of kids playing soccer and football. Yeah, there was we played soccer. We never played football for some reason when I was in school. I'm gonna play bully. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, there's like the scholarship edition. Hold on for a second. There we go. Is this game broke? What's happening? I played football. I was a beast. Yeah, I remember as a kid growing up, I played a lot of well, I never played like for the schools or anything. I always would play like two-hand touch football. I was good at it too. I was good. I always played like a running back position. But the grass is what messed me up. Yeah, I'm like, even if it was like, even if you was playing like on turf, because I know they got that fake grass too. That's what they need to start putting down, and it's like just turf and fake grass. Driver thing got Sniper Elite 4, man, super fun. You enjoy it, shooting. Oh yeah, I played that game before. They actually just have it. They had it where it's like the Zombie Army 4 game is out. It ain't like Sniper Elite 4, but I think I had that game on my PlayStation, but I had to I ended up getting rid of my PlayStation because after I got my Xbox, which is a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. They stay having me doing this same mission. It's like, fam, I did this mission already. I'm gonna do this mission immediately after I'm done. I'm saving because I'm like, I ain't doing this mission no more. Like, I used to play tackle football and got tackled and I had to get rushed to the hospital. Dang. Yeah, I'm like, I remember out of anger when we were playing two-hand touch football one time. I tackled this kid. That kid was like always trying to challenge me, so I was just like, all right, I got something for you. Tackled that kid, and I was like, I don't know, I can't remember if he cried. I don't think he did. If he did, I ain't care.
I'll make this quick. Your mom has sent you a Christmas present.
That's torture. I'm like, I ain't wearing no freaking.
That's for me. Hey, Jimmy.
Nah. Hell, that's like, stay asking me if I can help him with something. I'm like, no. Why that girl looks surprised? Like, she looks shocked. I'm like, move out the way. You're like, blocking the door. But I like basketball more than football, so I'm thinking about joining the basketball team soon. Yeah, it's plus it ain't like you could get injured that bad. Like that ain't no disrespect to people that play football, but
Your attention, please.
yeah, I'm like I think I would rather do the same thing. Can I wear this? I sure can wear this. I've always been a chill guy, so I've never had someone try to challenge me. Yeah, I still enemies somehow without having beef with anything. Yeah, no, there's like, yeah, whoever that, I can't remember who that kid was, but yeah, I remember that kid. He was like, there was a time where we were just playing, and I can't remember what he said or did, but I remember, like, I just remember running full speed at him while he wasn't looking, and I just shoulder rushed him. Straight shoulder rushed him. He's looking at me, and I'm all like, try something. I dare you to. I'm like, please try something. Everybody's looking like I didn't even have the ball. Like, that was the funny thing about it. Like, I didn't have no ball. There wasn't even a play that was involving me. I just randomly tackled dude. I played basketball in high school. That's where I got my nickname, Bacon. And it got so big, I put on my Letterman jacket, and people called me that instead of my name. That's crazy. That's crazy. EDP messed up. Yeah, he sure did, Scuddy. He sure did. Yeah, I'm like, I remember that was the only reason why I wanted to do sports when I was in school, just so I could get me a Letterman jacket. I never did play any sports when I was in school. I remember I almost did try out for track. But I was like, nah. Only reason I'm going to be running is if I got to go to class or something. I ain't going to be running just for the fun of it, so. But yeah, it was like the track coach. I remember she seen me running down the hallways one time. And she asked, I remember I was in lunch, and she asked me, she was like, did I make it to class? I was just like, yeah, I made it. And then she handed me a flyer, and she was just all like, oh yeah, you should try out for the track team. Like, we could always use some extra people. I'm like, all right, sure. Hey, yo, what he's straight. Wow, that's crazy. Hey, yo, no, that ain't happening. He ain't taking my bike. That man tried to straight up take my bike, and no, that ain't happening. How am I in trouble? He tried to steal my bike. Cop is crazy. You don't know where I went. They just sitting there just waiting. When I fought, I never fought alone. It's people starting stuff. I start fighting, my friends jumping. Yeah, that's how it was for me. We always had each other's back. There was at times, though, when kids would try to, like, you know, try that stuff with me. I'm like, all I just gotta do is wait until I catch one of you guys alone. Like, y'all ain't doing that when y'all are alone. I'm like, at that point, I'm like, yeah. Now it's a fight. But I'm like, yeah, if it's always a group versus one, I'm like, yeah, y'all just getting jumped. But I'm like, now it's gonna be a fight. But honestly, I didn't get my Letterman from sports. I got it from choir for being in it for 4 years. But what sucks is I wanted the basketball one too, but coach kicked me out wrongfully. Well, it still worked out. That's crazy. I didn't know you could get a Letterman jacket by being in a choir. That's crazy. I heard you delete your EDP reactions. Yeah, I deleted all of them. I was like, I ain't gonna have that stuff on my channel. So it's like, yep, deleted them. Cause I'm like, my thing was that, can I skip this? Yeah, I can skip this. Cause I'm like, I've seen it already. So my thing is that if I would have kept the videos up and then made a video saying that I'm no longer reacting to EDP, what he did is wrong, blah, 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 and overall talking against him, I just had that feeling that EDP would have copyright strike my videos, and then I would have lost my channel. So what would y'all do? Delete the videos or put your channel at risk of it being terminated and stuff? So I wasn't going to. I was like, I'm not risking my channel. So I'm like, I can react to hundreds of more videos this year, and you know, get all that same stuff, get the same stuff back.
Split my lip. Get him.
This one time a kid slapped me and I didn't do anything after for like I want to say 10 seconds, then punched dude in the mouth and broke some of his teeth. Dang. Yeah, I remember he's losing lots of subs. Yeah, it don't surprise me that he's losing subs. The kid's parent tried to sue my family, though. No, there was a time, though, Stokes, where this girl... I might have told that story before. I might have made a story time video out of it. But no, this girl, she had... I was talking with my friends at the lunchroom table. And I was like at the... You know how, like, lunchroom tables are set up, right? So I'm at the end while they all sitting on the sides. And I'm talking with them, just holding my lunch tray. This girl comes up from behind me and bumps into me and stuff and makes me drop all my food. And then she looks at me talking about, watch where you going. So I just looked at my friends and then they're all looking at me. So I said, okay, I'm most likely not going to come back to this lunchroom table. I'm probably going to get in trouble for what I'm about to do. So I was raised right because I ain't put my hands on her. I ain't hit her. I ain't do nothing. So I went up because it was breadstick day. So I went up and got 2 things of mozzarella sauces because those the things that it would come in was pretty big too. So it was a lot of them. So anyways, I got my things of mozzarella sauce. I walked right over to that girl, dumped both of them sauce things in her hair. She started screaming and yelling. Then she went and got the teacher on me. And then I told the teacher what happened. And they took my side. And I ain't get in trouble. So I was like, hey, I'm saying, like, you know, a girl, I'm going to throw some food at you. But with a guy, if that had been a guy, I'd just straight, like, drop kick that dude. Like, as soon as he had turned around, drop kicked him and punching him in the back of the head. I'm like, nah, you ain't going to make me waste my food. So that ain't happening. So either way, it wouldn't be worth it not having to be able to see him. So deleting them is way better. Hope everyone forget. Exactly, wholesome. I literally could have went to jail or whatever they have for teens. Juvie. Yeah, it's like you probably went to juvie, but it's like once they had determined that it was the kid's fault, then probably nothing wouldn't have happened to you. Bruh.
Those punks don't make cheese. Logan, good. Keep it up.
It's like they be taking forever to like.
Not bad. But I want to see some tears.
Bruh, get a snowball. Man's a savage for that mozzarella sauce. I do not care who you are. I don't care what you're doing. There was this what was it? There was this one kid, me and him, we was constantly getting into it. But every fight I had to say that we got into, I always had won it. Because that kid was like, he was kind of a wimp. Like, that kid was forever crying over some stuff. So, but no, I remember it was like when we were much younger, I think he got in my face and I slapped him. There was another time when me and him was fighting over a toy and we were kind of playing tug of war over it. So I had let the toy go. It like hit him all in his face and I guess it did some like damage to his nose. And then there was like the 2 last times I remember we just kind of got, the last time it was like kind of somewhat like of a wrestling match because he was trying to wrestle me down to the ground. I just ended up swinging him down. But then I remember it was the one time we did get into a fight and I just pushed him against the wall and was just kind of just laying into him and stuff. So yeah, that kid, he was forever getting into it with me, but I remember his dad got in my face talking about, don't you ever put your hands on my son again. I'm like, fam, I'll put hands on you. I'm like, don't play with me. I'm like, please, man. Because your son, you acted like your son's like a saint or a god. I'm like, fam, I'm pretty sure this dude be at home messing up. So I'm like, you defending him, but there ain't no defending that. I'm like, nah. I'm like, you cross me, I'm fighting you. Plain and simple. So, hey man, if there's one thing I don't play with is food, so I'm by it. Yeah, exactly. That girl had it coming. You gonna make me waste my food and then you think it's gonna be okay for you? Nah. I'm like, it ain't gonna be okay. I'm like, that girl had it coming, so she shouldn't have hit me. Or she shouldn't have made me. One of my brothers is really tall, like 7. Oh, really? See, that's what I'm like. That's why I'm like, I wish I was like that size. I wish I was about like 7 feet tall.
Logan, good. Keep it up. That'll learn him. Yeah. Nice.
It's like having where they aim and then it's like stuff don't be working. 8 feet. So he says he will beat up. Wait, what? Who says? Are you talking about the comment that I made? Because, yeah, I straight up stole on that kid's dad. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like,
Hey!
I've seen this already, so. How a homeless Santa give me $20 and reindeer antlers? Like says he gets into a fight. Are you talking on me or are you talking on the your friend?
I'll take that.
My friend. Oh. Your friend? So, wait a minute. Is your friend... Did you say he's 8 feet tall? Because I'm like, that... Forget fighting. That dude should be the world record book.
Mine now.
I don't see nobody being no 8 feet tall and they haven't been talked about no record. Dang, he just got hit by a car. Dang, they hit him again. They ain't getting out the car. 7 or 8, I'm not sure. Yeah, they have to be probably 7. 7 feet tall is more common. 8 feet tall, you two like 9. If my thing is like, if you 8 feet tall, you gonna most likely be in one of them like record books or something, or you gonna get talked on. But it's like I don't see. It seems like every time when somebody 8 feet tall, they always get talked about. So, seem like the regular size would be 7 feet. Okay, if I save this game, okay. Because last time I played this, it didn't say. Let me just make sure it say. I'm 5'7", 5'8"-ish. I feel short, but sometimes it feels alright. Yeah, I'm like same with me. I'm like I think I'm like either 5'8" or 5'9", and there be at times where I just be like, hey, you know what? It could be much more worse. So I'm like, and the thing is like, I'm cool with my size. I like being my size because I'm like, okay, I can go into a store, you know, into like any regular store, get me some small or medium sized clothes, and then I'm fine. But if I'm like 7 feet tall, or if I'm like 7 feet tall or 8 feet tall, fam, you gotta go to like specialized stores for that type of stuff. But since he that tall, when he gets into fights with girls, he tells the girls he's not going to beat up. He's going to beat up her dad. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm on like, I tell you, I'd straight up, if I'm like 7 feet tall and a girl challenges me, I'm just all like, hey, you know what? I'm like, you choose boyfriend or dad. I'm like, uncle, if I'm like, whatever man that you got in your family, I'm like, point them out. I'm like, I ain't put my hands on you, but they gonna get the worst end of it. I was on the phone with him that day, and I was weak because his mom came in when he said he was going to beat up her dad, and his mom hadn't walked in and heard him. Sometimes you just gotta let people know. I remember I told this one girl, she kept like challenging me, talking about that she was going to egg my house. And I was like, if I find one egg on my house, I'm throwing the brick through your window. I'm not like, so try me, please. I'm like, I want you. I'm like, please do that. I'm like, I see one egg on my house. I was like, I'm getting a break from, you know, just language warning. Oh, dang, I almost punched somebody. But, I don't know. So I'm just going to overall say what I said, because at the time, I don't be saying stuff like that now. But, yeah, overall, back then, though, overall what I said. I was like, if you throw an egg at my house, I'm gonna get one of them bricks from your retarded looking yard. Because they had like a yard with the bricks was like all messed up, so I did say that. But I don't just be dropping the R word like that, because I know it'd be offending people, so. Do you have plans to get emotes for the Twitch stream? Eventually, at some point in time. I'm like working on it because I just, you know, I need to figure out what I'm going to use, so work in progress. No, not them. I had to go do homework. You still shooting like 30, 40 minutes. I'll be back. All right, Stokes. But where's the other one then? Who is it? The dog chasing me? That dog is crazy. Awesomeness.
And that's
Doesn't make any sense for that dog to be chasing me. I didn't even do nothing to that dog. Hey, yo, that dog is wild. I'm not with animal cruelty, but that dog about to get ran over. That dog is still chasing me, fam. I find it crazy you have time to stream with how many videos you pump out. Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to really be streaming for a long period of time. Like, I just, you know. That dog, man. The dog, I'm telling you. Okay, you know what? It's like, alright, now get up out of here. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. I don't condone I don't condone violence towards animals, so I'm just saying. The dog bit me and I defended myself. If that's a problem, then hey, that's on y'all. Watch people gonna like, sometimes it be like that, yeah. Watch people, I feel like people are gonna like take this clip, use it, talk about Tmossboss beat up a dog. I'm like, yeah, a virtual dog that was chasing me and was trying to kill me. But yep, go ahead and use it, guys. I give y'all full permission. How am I supposed to go over to the place and help the person with the... Anything you just tenderized it for... Wow, bruh. Wholesome. Okay, I'm gonna have to slow you down on that one. Shout out to all my Chinese fans out there. I know you guys don't be going around eating animals. But it'd be people, it'd be anybody be out there eating animals. And then it's like, my thing is...
I think I'll keep this.
My thing is, like, I've heard, like, there people go out and they be eating animals just because. I find it weird. It's like, I remember I heard and seen somewhere that there'd be people... like somewhere down south or something, they see roadkill and they'll get it and then they eat it. And I'm like, I left that family. Okay, didn't want to do that. Why is he picking up a snowball? Okay, alright, let the thing run out, cause... Culture is such a bizarre yet amazing thing. Like, people have their own dish. It's wild. Yeah. No, it is pretty wild how people be, you know. Me, I'm like, look. Like, I'll eat some pizza. But... Okay, so it's the Y button. Alright. Oh. I recently been watching a lot of travel food eaters on YouTube. While I eat, of course. You know, like, I'm trying to think. I haven't really been watching. I'll just be watching, like, those, like, cringe mukbang compilations. That's what I be getting into. I be watching that stuff. I'm like, fam, how y'all be eating stuff like that, man? Fam, he climbed the thing. He like twisting back and forth. They're like hide in the tree. Dang, how many times I gotta press the button?
Don't break the idly be out of the kitchen. So I can't stay here.
Love isn't easy. Oh my god, Edna, I am so sorry. Did you like cut your face?
I know. I've spent many years slaving away to get this good. It didn't come easy, I'll tell you that.
You know, Edna, I was
Are
quite
you,
surprised.
like,
coming up with violent...
Look, it's not... I never knew you were interested in chemistry.
Oh, my dear doctor, I am very passionate and love chemistry. It's all like cooking away in the kitchen.
It seems a student has been leaving muffins in my classroom when I'm not there.
Who let Hopkins in here?
I mean, really bad. I wonder what you really do.
There ain't no reason for them kids to be messing with this woman like this. Like, dang, leave the woman be.
I mean, kids are so silly. I hate most of them.
They out here like running up to her just so they can say some crazy stuff. Like, leave the woman alone.
I suppose my mastery of the fascinating subject of chemistry could quite affect a young woman.
I thought I smelled
Yeah,
something.
me too. I imagine they'd be constantly thinking about your
I
wall.
don't get how they just get hurt from watching Recipe. I know that Bill Hurt seeing the size and mukbangs, which most don't finish. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I see some of the people. It's the one guy that I'm like, his name is like Nick Avocado or some crap like that. And I'm like, hey, yo, that dude mad weird.
The beads of sweat on your forehead and the way
Forget
your
about
mouth
him,
is
baby.
big
Come with me.
so snugly
Yeah,
to your
you're a
left
scientist.
side.
You should, sounds like you,
Hey, Edna, you know, I really love the...
Bruh, like, man. Why her health go out so fast? Like, there should be no reason for her health to be going out that fast. I'm not doing this dumb mission again. It's stupid. I'm going right back to that school and I'm leaving. It's stupid. It's like, bruh, it's like you gotta have her until you gotta do all this extra stuff just to. I'm like, no. I'm like, dang. Her health shouldn't be going. What her health going out for? Yeah, I see two very cringe. I don't know why. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, that Nick Avocado guy. I just remember there was a time I was trying to find one of his videos and dude was like, because dude was losing it and I thought it was funny. But people was all like, oh, no, man's is dealing with some stuff. He's going to do some things. I'm like, I guess. I'm like, hey, you know, that dude, he's funny sometimes. I be watching his videos, I be laughing. I'm like, dang, how you carrying on like this? It's like, there's just never a good... I need to find some games to download and play, because... Like, bro, I don't understand. There's, like, no good games. EA games ain't got no good games. I don't know why they have, like, all the old sport games. Like, people really playing that. Like, add the latest sport games. Y'all did it with Madden. Do it with FIFA. Do it with all the other ones. Like, UFC. They're gonna have all the old games. Like, people really playing that. Dang, I don't really know what game to play. Let's try it right. Yeah, bruh, I'm saying there's like no games to play. I played MLB. That game is horrible. Have it where it's like 100 tutorials popping up and you can't even like enjoy yourself playing the game. I do not like that. I do not like that at all. This game looked like it's gonna be good. I can't wait for that to come out. So many companies just produce trash. Sadly, the only fun games are the old ones. Exactly. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Alright, but yeah, I want to play this game though. This game look like it's gonna be fun. When is this? Oh, it comes out in a week from now. So next week. DLC element things just worsen. Yeah, exactly. And this game is supposed to be coming out here soon. So I'm like, fam, I'm about to like probably the only two games that's gonna be coming out that's good. Truck racing, that game is horrible. Ain't got like no good games. I think I'm gonna just need to like cycle through a bunch of different games and see which ones I can play. Cause I'm like, I can't find nothing right now. It's like I should re-download Destiny, but I'm like, it just seems like there's nothing to do in there. It's like all of these games, and it's like, fam, nobody play. Like, what is this game? What is that? Nobody, I've never heard of that game. They need to have it where there's like games that people actually play. They got games up on here. It's like, what are these games? Call of the Sea, River City Girls. Like, I'm telling you, man. There's companies out here, it's like, they be giving away games. It's like, fam, ain't nobody playing that. Nobody. Come out with some games that's worth playing. Payday 2, that game doesn't work for crap on the Xbox. They need to come out with a Payday 3. That's what they need to do. Yeah, I'm like, there's just no games to play right now. I don't know. I'm like, I just need to... I'm gonna like cycle through a bunch of games and just overall see which ones is playable and which ones that aren't playable. Just watch a bunch of videos on them. But yeah, I'm like, it's just nothing right now. I wish I could help, but I switched to the PS4. I have my Xbox, but it happened. Say I don't got it. Yeah, it's messed up, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. I'm like, I can't even think of a game to play. I'm gonna try to like download some games today, and then overall like try to find some games to play for tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna cycle through a bunch of games today, see which ones I can play on streams, and then just overall yeah, do that. But I appreciate everybody for joining today. Yeah, shout out to you, Wholesome, for joining. Shout out to Nathan for following earlier. Shout out to Nikki Gamer for the 1 bit. Yeah, shout out to everybody that joined and show love today. Other than that, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Nice stream today. Yeah, it was a pretty dope stream. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. So, but yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for joining today. Stay tuned for tomorrow's stream, and peace.